A lot of talk about Pacquiao being one of the best fighters of all time. Where is he on your list?
Not in the top 20. And I'm not knocking him. That's not a knock. This sport's been around 200 years.
Right.
I mean, you go back to the 20s to 30s to 40s, we had fighters fighting 300 fights. We have fighters with 120 knockouts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you're not top 20 all divisions, right? Like,
yeah, no. Okay. I mean, you know, I don't have him in my top 20 of all time in all divisions.
Divisions, yeah.
If you're thinking about him, you're thinking about the multiple divisions that he won. That's what you're thinking about.
Right.
And so I'm thinking about Henry Armstrong. He had 300 fights. He had 135 knockouts or 125 knockouts, whatever the heck it was. He won a featherweight title, full titles, no middleweight, no junior titles in there.
Well,
you know, and no WBO, WBC, WBI, IBF.
Right.
You know, your name, your nickname,
Alphabet
whatever.
Scoop,
no scoop division.
Right, no scoop
I mean, nothing. You had the featherweight, you had the lightweight, you had the welterweight title, and he really won a middleweight title against Severino Garcia, and he got robbed.
Right.
So he would have had 4 times. He fought 30 times in 1 year, and he defended all 3 titles. I mean, this guy was a monster, and he had the best nickname, Homicide Hank.
Homicide Hank.
So you know, you can't go against him.
But, you know.
Yeah, so well, exactly. There'll be some problems, but. This is a guy who's a monster. Pacquiao obviously has captured our imagination, but also he has beaten some big names like De La Hoya, who are a little bit past their prime,
right.
And guys have maybe were dead at the weight.
Yeah.
You know, he beat Cotto, who was already damaged goods. He got beat up psychologically and physically by Margarito. So you could actually make an argument. I'm taking nothing away from him. Great talent,
right.
But who did he really beat to be at that top place? I mean, he beat Marquez, but Marquez he wasn't for the draw with, and it was life and death with Marquez.
Right.
Is that the best on his resume?
Do you have just below that in your top 25?
Maybe a little lower.
Maybe a little lower.
You're talking about, you know, the body of work against real fire-tested guys.
Yeah, right.
You know, again, his best name, the reason we're talking about is because he beat De La Hoya. He beat Ricky Hatton, who was made to order. He beat Cotto.
Let me ask you a question. I like the fact you mentioned Henry Armstrong. That's important because, like, he's ranked like 2 and 3 on a lot of great boxing lists, and people forget it. But let me ask you a question. Does he need to fight Floyd?
You know, that's the right question, and that's, you know what?
In order for his placement to be adjusted right, what does that do?
That puts him up the list.
And for legitimacy, he probably has to beat what I consider really a special fighter, and I don't know that he's done that yet. One of those top echelon, and right now we think that Floyd is that guy.
Is he ranked higher than Floyd on your list?
Is he?
Manny, higher than Floyd on your list all
right
time?
now?
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
Huh? Look, I don't know what to make of his competition. I defer to you on this. It's not great. Yeah, I mean, De La Hoya was semi-retired at best at that point. We just go all down the list. Cotto and Claudia and Margarito. I don't know, but I have to use the eye test, and I say, is his hand speed at least in the ballpark with Mayweather's? Yeah, it is to me. And is it at least in the conversation with Ray Leonard's hand speed? I say yes. Is his tactical brilliance in the ring at least in the conversation with Ray Leonard's? Yeah, it's pretty rare to me. From what I see, does he attack with this scary will, like he's possessed, in a way for his size that I haven't seen very often? Yeah,
Can you have him way up the list?
Well, I'm just having to do the eye test. Can he take a punch even from these fading fighters? I've seen him take a couple of good shots and come right back for more, almost like he wanted to take a shot just to show us that he could take a shot.
All right.
So let's do Pac-Man versus Ray Leonard. Could he hang in with him? I'd go with Ray because he's my all-time favorite, except for Muhammad Ali. But again, could he hang in? Would it go to the wire and be a close decision? Yeah, I think it would be. What do you think?
I'm not so sure. You know, first of all, Leonard was the naturally bigger guy.
A little bigger, a little longer.
Bigger guy. And he stayed at that weight for most of his career until later on when he wanted to make money and go up to middleweight and do what guys do. But I don't know that he could survive with Leonard. Leonard was a real good puncher. He could match him with the natural skills. You know, he was a guy that had the speed to match him. And technically, he was solid in every area. And he was a mean son of a gun.
Yeah.
Very much meaner than you.
We're booked on time. Is he in your top 25? Because we got to go. But
Yes.
okay. It's going to do it for Second Down.